was a lot of fun. Weather was perfect, and it was huge. The settlers were lined up for the whole length of Sellers Alley, and it took almost 2 hours to go down and back once. So anyway, it was a lot of fun though. Bought a few things and had a good time. So with that, I will send it back to Net. Looking forward to Pacificon, and back to Net, NJ6E73.
Okay, Stan. Thank you for checking in, and signals were always good from you. DVB-S2, high fidelity video there. I'm sure everybody can see the difference there. So, all right, let's go over to John, ND6H, see what's new with him.
Good evening, Jim and the Net. Let's see, do we get a picture? Oh, we get a picture. So, well, over here I seem to have figured out the FT8 stuff and the new radio. So, that's working out okay. Unfortunately, the power line stuff is still ongoing. I think the PG&E folks there did get a little nasty gram from the FCC, because I got a phone call with an update on the highly delayed status of the next round of repairs. So I guess we'll see how that plays out. Did get the motorhome back, so we're going to head up to Washington, California tomorrow late morning for a friend of mine's wedding, and we should be back Sunday at some point. And no flying. I tried a couple different times, but it was either wind and clouds or clouds and no wind, and I don't do well with clouds. I have trouble determining which way is up on the airplane and which way is down, which I've determined from the past doesn't work real well. So no flying, no sailing. And let's see, FT8 this morning, I got Northern Ireland and Denmark, which I was very impressed with, and several other repeat European stations on 17 meters. So that was very interesting. And so I think that's it from over here in wonderful Concord, where we have 72 degrees outside. And Jim, thanks for doing the Net. John, Concord, ND6H.
Sure thing. Station, go ahead. Station, go ahead.
This is KM6BUD, Kilo November 6 Victor Uniform Delta, just trying to check in.
Roger, roger. Yeah, VUZ. We're on the television portion of Thursday Night Net. Are you watching? Sure. Put your web browser on w6cxatv.mdarc.org. You get the picture, and we can get to started there.
Yeah, man, we'll do. Thank you for that.
All right. Sounds good. Stay tuned here. We can chat after the Net also. All right, that was John there. Let's go over to Kevin, KK6JPN.
Don't seem to be able to receive anything up here. I've been reconfiguring things so transmitter's not even on tonight. But I've lost the signal. I realigned the antenna. Tried 4 different receivers. Nothing works anymore up here, so seems like it's not possible to receive anything anymore. So I don't know where to go from there. So anyhow, just checking in on 2 meters and maybe back next week. KK6 JPM.
Okay, Kevin. Sounds good. We'll hopefully get your video straightened out. I'm not sure what your receiver's doing. Might take your video truck, drive down the street and see if you can see the signal there. So, all right. Let's see if my neighbor is around. W6MEW. All right, no mic. Let's go over to KK6Q, Owen. All right. Well, this is Jim, K6SOE, still doing the ATV net. Let's go over to Jerry, KB6T. All right, let's see. No Jerry. Let's go over to see if Cal is around tonight. K6VT. All right, that's the video check-ins that I have for my list here. Let's see if there's any late, missed, or extra check-ins for the TV net tonight. This is Jim, K6SOE. We'll entertain audio check-ins for the net, audio check-ins for the TV net, Alpha through November. Okay, how about Oscar through Sierra? Audio check-ins, Oscar through Sierra. All right, Tango through Zulu, Tango through Zulu. All right, John. Well, that's the answer. The Russians weren't here, so I guess we're safe again. So, all right. Any other check-ins for the ATV net before we go over to Whereby?
Whiskey 6 Alpha Tango Victor.
Yes, sir, Chris.
Yes, Jim. Two things. While the repeater is on the air, because I've got two beam antennas pointing from Hayward to, one is fixed, pointed at Mount Apple, the other's on my rotator, and I did confirm just now with my rotator pointed toward Diablo. Reception of the repeater is about comparable quality from both antennas, so that implies that I can transmit and receive. In other words, neither antenna fail. So my problem is not that. I did notice in the email you had sent forward the video bit 34, and I'm pretty sure all my set stuff is set to 33, so I was kind of curious if that did change recently, or have I messed up for a long time, possibly. And I have one other question. I'll go back to you first.
I can't say that I don't think the PIDs have changed, but, that might, it might work. If you're using, depending what you're using, I think if you're using the Acampo box, the PID is one number, and if you're using the DATV Express, it's another. I don't remember.
Okay, and that kind of may play into my other question, because part of the thing, I can always set up any one of my, one transmitter or another, none of which is Fred's custom device. All mine are other things besides his device. The other common thing is PID PID numbers in, I guess it's called decibel, two-digit numbers, like 33, 36, whatever. And then the other one may be called PID numbers in hexadecimal, which may be numbers like 0x0021 or 0x0024 or stuff like that. And I still never got to where I can, comfortably and instantly and easily convert from one of those systems to the other. And I wonder if that's also related to all this.
That's another good question. I'm pretty sure the PIDs we're talking about are all in decimal, not in hexadecimal. So I don't think you have to worry about that. But yeah, I'd try both settings and see what happens. All you can do is make TV.
That is very true, Jim. I highly appreciate it, and I will try playing. I don't know that I'll still get to it here tonight, but maybe I will. Realistically, it should not be that hard for me. Those things I can play with. All right, cool. Well, thank you so much. I'll send it back to you while you head over to the computer side of things. Thanks, 73W6ATV.
Okay, Chris. Sounds good. I'll be watching here on the RS side for a little bit too. So we'll see what happens if you want to try a couple things. So, all right. Any other traffic before we go over to Whereby? K6 SOE. All right. Well, we'll invite everybody to do this all over again next week at 8 o'clock. Tune in Tuesdays at 6 p.m. for the TechNet, and Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. for the Bathrobe Net. We'll say 7-3, and hope everybody have a good week in ham radio. Okay, 6 SOE, returning the repeaters to normal operation. Okay, now all I have to do is make this work. Over here, let me see here, if I turn
to work. And today it was an hour and 45. Today it was an hour and 45. Today it was an hour and 45. Today it was an hour
During the
and 45.
pandemic, you were able to go say you were whatever. People were faster than that. I went through the same experience back in the Bay Area when nobody was on the freeway. Everybody was driving 80 miles an hour.
You can't drive 80 miles per hour now because there's so many people on the freeway.
That's right. So it's back to normal. I don't miss any of that.
There are ways. I mean, I
That's
just
why I
wait
love
until
it.
after.
Here in America, we over the pandemic. Why they still got towns and cities down, they got no money in the
out of
bank.
lockdown, yeah. Sucks to
See,
be them.
can't happen to a better place.
Better for them.
Yep. They released the virus, so now they're getting they
Hey,
just
Jim,
deserve.
can you hear us yet?
I'm here, KJ6DCB.
Yeah, we can
Can't
hear
you from some source.
Yeah, we hear you good.
You know, audio's still bouncing around. You know, we always have to mute.
I think the audio's in his laptop, actually.
Yeah, it picks up from another source. But we were just talking about the Fleet Week operations here in the Bay Area. Lots of activity out on the bay. Tomorrow we get a parade of ships, and I know the other guy was talking about the flyover at the Hornet. Saw the video on Facebook for that. That was nice to see. We only got what is it? 720p. Well, we got the low res video tonight. The microwave to from RFS up to the hill. Well, its mounts got replaced, so it's leaning over at the moment. We got new part on the way. So unfortunately, we just get the slow video. Well, the low res video tonight from the hill. So otherwise, DZB, back to you, Jim, and everybody take care. Bye.
Hello, K6SOE from K0CCU, Lee in Glendale, Arizona. Good evening, Jim and the net. Sorry I missed Tuesday night at 10:30 when I realized I had missed the net, and so I didn't even turn it on because I didn't think anybody would be there at 10:30. Anyway,
Still love you, Lee.
It's kind of nice over here, about 80 degrees in Glendale, and it's we've had some more rain here. We had some yesterday, last night, and unfortunately, the rain is great, but the grass growing is not so much. It's the weeds growing nonsense. And boy, do they grow fast. Got some weeds out there that not only do they grow, but they grow high. I don't know what they're about, but pretty little on them. So I guess that's what you call it, fauna. But that's about it from the Glendale area. It's the being overcast most of the day. The sun came out just before sundown, and it was a very nice evening. So back to you, Jim. K6SOE in Pittsburgh, K0CCU Lee in Glendale, Arizona. Back to you, Jim.
Yes, we can.
Cleared. You're 5'9", Jim.
What am I up to? Not a whole heck of a lot. So, anyway, now that you got that RF muted, that feels good. And when you were on RF, Jim, you should have muted your whereby computer, and we wouldn't have had the double. So it was really difficult to hear everybody with echo. Whole. So one microphone can be on, not two. Otherwise, it was very good. Okay. I won't be at Pacificon. I can't afford it and all that. So that isn't happening this year. Just too many great big heavy-duty expenses all at once. Time I get them all paid off, and then I got property tax. So, and the one thing, it's another. So, sorry, no Pacific on this year for me. So, that's about it. Back to you.
Not much. Over here it's 11:40. Dropping down, the temperature's dropping down to 50 degrees in New York City. And we got the UN. I told one of my friends it looks like the Antichrist organization is meeting in New York. In New York, it's the United Nations making a mess of traffic.
Oh.
And I'm so happy that I don't own a car because it'd be a royal, what, pain in the, where to drive a car in New York City. You got to be really stupid to own a car in New York, especially when the UN is in the city making a mess. But I was laughing it off all day because you got a lot of these rich folks with their big black limousines all pissed off they can't go nowhere. And I said, see, that's why it's better to use mass transit in New York.
That's when they roll the window down and say, "Pardon me, but do you have any Grey Poupon?" That
Yeah.
kind of thing happens, of course.
Well, they keep the window closed if I look at them like this. Wow.
Yes, right, okay, there you go. Don't roll the window down. That's too funny.
So, yeah, I like greeting the tourists. Me and my friend, one time, I was in Rockefeller Plaza. I was carrying a print roll, and I was walking toward these tourists with a very intimidating walk, and they ran for their lives. And my friend said, "What he said, they're going to arrest you." I tell you, it's so funny. Have a lot of fun in the city. I give it back to Net Control. Back to you, Jim.
Wait a minute. Did you just call me KDW6? Ham? I'm sorry. Hi, everybody. Joel in Scottsdale.
Dyslexic.
Dyslexic, that's what it is, of course. Gary, you're right. Manuel, great to hear from you. It's good to see you. You, New York and L.A. or whatever, Southern California traffic, you guys can have it. We don't have those problems here in Arizona. Everybody drives, like 75 miles an hour, speed limit 65. Everybody goes 75, that kind of thing. But, yeah, as Lee was pointing out, we just had some rain shower come through. Some very light rains came up from the tropics from Mexico through Baja. So it's been a nice gentle rain, but boy, not only the weeds came out, but the humidity, it was pretty drippy out there today. But so this morning we were checked in with the ATSC committee. We were sitting on the TG3, which is Technology Group 3, which is the big plenipotentiary for all the ATSC standard stuff. Nothing really earth-shaking. There's a whole bunch of little small maintenance activities going. Some debate in portrait mode. TV's a second screen aspect ratio with TikTok or YouTube. You know what I'm talking about, right? And so broadcasters are starting to ask that question, and so that was one of the hot topics. The next meeting is going to be in San Francisco at the downtown headquarters of Dolby Laboratories. So it looks like we may be there in December. But looking forward to Pacificon. I'm signed up. I'm also inquiring about, I reached out to Mike Colas, because talk at UMass in years past, and so I asked him if he was planning to do anything at this year's version of YumaFest coming up in February. And if not, I was going to reach out to Rod Fritz. Rod, if you're listening, I hit my membership button, so you got the PayPal. So now I'm a full-fledged ATN member as of tonight. Yay! I paid the bill. But so I also became a member of Cactus. Was out on the contest this weekend. I got rig back. Was strapped it in the back of it, got up to Guadalupe, which is like your drive site. If you're going west, like you're going to, it is like the big RV, extravaganza place that everybody goes camping out there. It's a big BLM, massive RV, place to go. And so Guadalupe Peak is just to the east of Quartzsite, and managed to shred the crap out of my tires. I ended up having to buy 4 new tires, and I couldn't believe it. Not only were the back tires, hammered on, I looked at the front tires, and it took chunks of the tread out on the front tires going up that road.
Wow.
I've never done that before. And so, if you can imagine, I got a 2-wheel drive. I was putting rocks in the back of the bed of my truck to be able to give me some ballast at the back end because, the back of the truck is light. And so I was eating tires going up that hill. So I ended up dropping a wad of cash on some Bridgestone trail tires. So that way I'm more ready for Arizona, back roads and trails and going up the sides of mountains and that kind of stuff. So kind of an expensive QSO, if you will. I did make a couple of QSOs while I was up there. Yeah, BLM country, you never know what you're going to run into. It could be a deer or a bunch of broken glass, that kind of thing. Anyway, I worked K6NKC. He was Dog Mike 12 Tango uniform. That was 235 kilometers. But the big one was down to, I don't remember his name, W6DL.
It's audio and video.